Welcome back to the Lazy Handle Show. I'm your host Katrina. For today's episode, I'm going to be sharing my preview for the Masters that is happening this week, and I'm going to be showing you my interview that I did with Michael Fournier at the Challenge to Curling de Gatineau, and Michael Fournier and his team were the representatives at the Brier last year for Quebec. But before we get started with all that, today's shout out goes to Team McNamara, a local junior team based out of Ottawa, Ontario, and made their debut on the World Curling Tour. So keep up the great work, Team McNamara. So I'm only going to go through the teams for my preview that I think that we haven't really heard a lot about or know, and a few teams that I think are going to be interesting. So let's get started with the woman first. So Sinclair hasn't really had the start that she's probably wanted, but I think she's definitely going to clean that up at the Masters. And then Scheidegger, we know Scheidegger, they're staying together for the next 4 years, their Olympic cycle, so I'm really excited about that. And of course, you know, Christy Moore, a great veteran, she always helps the team out, and I think that's a great asset to their team. And then Hasselberg, I mean, we know her, Olympic champ, gold medalist. She is a veteran. She's very young. They are a very young team, but overall they're just great. And they won their first slam, the Princess Auto, which I think is great for their team. So I definitely think that they're going to win this event and they're going to make it to the finals. So I'm going to circle them because they are going to do well, and I think they're going to win. And then Scheidegger is my dark horse because, again, great team. Pool B, Caitlin Jones, it's actually her second slam kind of thing, because remember, she went to the Champions Cup, so I think great experience again. And she was the exemption sponsor, so it's a great practice for her and her team. And then Enerson Fleury, I'm just going to point out something. Enerson's going to get to play her old team. That's kind of a good game to watch. I'm going to definitely try to keep my eyes on that game. And I think this is a great preview for their provincials that they have for Manitoba. And Manitoba is going to be a tough province to get out of, because now in Pool C we have Robertson, and Jennifer Jones isn't going to be at the provincials this year, but it's going to be a tough province. I mean, you got Robertson, Enerson, Fleury, and even Flaxey, so Manitoba wasn't a tough province before, they sure are now. And Robertson in Jennifer Jones's pool, she's been playing against Jennifer Jones for a while, always wanted to get out of that province, so I think being in Jennifer Jones's province is going to give her the confidence to do well at the provincials. And Jennifer Jones, I mean, they just came back from China. They might have a little bit of a disadvantage. Didn't do really well at the event in China, so I'm not gonna say they're gonna win. So I guess who's going to make it to the finals is Enerson. I mean, they've been doing really well at events. They beat top teams like Holman, Jones, really good teams, and they've won a lot of events. And at the Canada Inns, they lost in the finals to Kerry, if you didn't know that already. Moving on with the men, we have Murphy. So again, it's the exemption sponsor from Nova Scotia, Jamie Murphy. He did well at the Brier, so I think in his pool, Cooey and maybe even Howard, he'll probably see at the Brier, so I think that's good practice. And this is a top event that is really going to test where Jamie Murphy stands. And then Wallstad, a great Norwegian team. It's always Olsrud, Wallstad, so this is interesting because we want to see who's going to represent Norway at the Worlds and who's going to make it to the Olympics in 4 years. So this is good practice for Wallstad. So I'm definitely excited to see Wallstad, and I think they're definitely going to bring it and do well. In Pool B, we have Gunlison. Great young team. I think this is great practice again for Omaha. As you know, they're going to Omaha, so good practice. They're a young team again, a lot of young teams, so hopefully they do well at the event to prove that they can be the best. and Dunstone. I haven't actually seen Dunstone. I've seen Dunstone play a few times, but not a whole lot, and I love watching they have a new young Saskatchewan team, which I'm very interested in seeing. Don't know if they'll do a whole lot great at this event, but in the future, like towards the Brier, they will definitely be a top choice to make it to the Brier for Saskatchewan and represent them, and even come close to the Brier title. So definitely interested for that. And then, of course, there's you have Carruthers, Schuster, and Gushue in that pool. And Gushue, I mean, no one's beat him, so I'm going to stick to Gushue for sure. I think Gushue's going to win the event and do very well. So in Pool C, then we have Eden, Patterson, Jacobs, Schwaller, and Epping. Now, I just want to talk about Schwaller. You may have not heard of him a lot, so I just want to talk a little bit about him. They are a young Swiss team. They are the 2014 World Junior Champions and 2015 World Junior Silver Medalists. So a lot of junior experience, and definitely are going to do well and be good in the future. Maybe even make it to the Olympics, hopefully. And then Epping didn't qualify or do well at the Challenge to Curling to Gatineau, so I think they're definitely going to come strong here. And then Jacobs, a great team, so I'm going to say Jacobs is actually going to make it to the finals. Jacobs is a great series team, and they're a great team. They did well at the Princess Auto, so yeah. And for my dark horse, I think I'm going to go with Patterson again. Patterson, they're a good young team, have lots towards in the future. So Patterson, it's going to go to again. I had him for the Princess Auto, and I'm going to stick to him for sure. Now for my interview with Michael Fournier, which I really enjoyed. I'd like to thank Michael Fournier for giving his time to do the interview. So here it is. Hi, I'm Katrina from the Lazy Handle Show here in Gatineau for the Challenge to Curling to Gatineau with Michael Fournier. So how are you doing today?
Doing very well, thank you.
That's good. So how did it feel to finally make the Brier?
Oh, making the Brier was it was amazing. It was a lifelong dream. It's been a long time that I've been trying, and it took me 30 years of curling to get there. So I was really happy when we got there, and it was a great experience.
That's great. So what's the most memorable part of the Brier?
Oh, just walking out on the ice that first day with the bagpipes playing, and we were playing the home team. The TSN cameras are there. It was just an overwhelming experience. It was, we won that game too, so even better.
Have you had a chance yet to curl at the new curling club in Quebec, the Chelsea Curling Club?
I have not. I hear it's very nice. I haven't had a chance to go there yet.
Okay, and this is one of the biggest event on tour in Quebec. How cool would it be for a Quebec team, your team, to win?
It's cool for us to win any event, but especially an event in Quebec, even better, I guess. So we're just happy to be playing well and playing good games against really good teams. This is always a great spiel, and we're happy that we're at least in the quarterfinals now, giving ourselves a chance to be in the finals.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much, Katrina.
You're welcome. So I hope you enjoyed my interview with Michael Fournier. Again, like to thank his time for doing the interview with me. And again, my picks to win it are Hasselberg and Gushue, the winners of the Princess Auto Elite 10. A little boring, but until someone beats them, that's what I'm going to go with. And want to add anything to this? Don't be afraid to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!